What up, people? Pushing While Black here, and I'm gonna see how this is recording and go from there. Well, I understand the living wage argument now. It's not that I didn't understand it before, but I don't know. I've been looking for an apartment for the past couple of weeks, or for the past few weeks, and I work in telemarketing, and I get paid $10 an hour, which is more than the department store greeter job that I had in Illinois. That was $8.25 an hour. But for the past couple of years, I went from making close to $38,000 a year to just doing random odd job, like manual dialer, insurance person. I was application data processor. That was actually fun. I actually made more money doing that than a graphic designer. And then the department store greeter, and now this. So I've been looking for an apartment. I've been trying to get, an apartment, and I'm in Dallas now. If you didn't pay attention to my last video. And it used to be you can get an apartment, like an efficiency apartment or a one bedroom, for roughly $450. Like my first apartment in Dallas was $425. I remember when, and we're not talking about ancient times. Like my first apartment in Dallas, I was 26 years old, and I'm 34 now. And I remember my first apartment was $425 a month. I remember that same apartment like 2 years earlier was $375, because I had a family member that lived in that complex before I did. And now I'm going apartment hunting Saturday, and all the little efficiency apartments that I know of, one, no one seems to leave them. There's like nothing here. And two, everything went up like $200. But inflation hasn't gone up as far as working goes. So I work roughly almost 40 hours. It'll take me a couple of late nights to do so, but I work in a situation where I'm full-time, but I'm not full-time. On paper, it's 40 hours, but they don't pay you for your lunch and they don't pay you for your breaks. So you get 35 hours. You get 35 hours at $10 an hour. It's commission, but I haven't hit commission yet, and I'm really trying to get my own spot and trying to do other things. I can kind of do this better than it has been doing, than I have been doing. And I don't know, every place that I went to, even spots that I knew for a fact that was, okay, this is gonna be $400 or $500, $600. I'm like, dang, and like, you have to earn here, you have to earn 3 times the amount of what the rent is. And for some weird reason, you have to work at the job that you show your pay stub to, and this must have just happened. You have to like show income for a good 6 months. So I don't know. I feel like I understand the argument now. Like, you should be able to, on your job, even if it's a basic gig, you should be able to get an apartment with your job. Like, I work a full-time shift, sort of. I work the full-time, but it's really part-time because they don't want to give insurance yet. So I work on one of those full-time jobs. But you should be able to like get an apartment with that without having to like make double your commission. Like, everything that used to be $400 is now $7 now. And quite honestly, I know gentrification is real, and in Dallas it's kind of weird because they don't tear stuff down. They kind of, it's weird. Like gentrification in the city, in like up north, is they tear projects down. Like in Chicago, it was, let's tear all the Robert Taylor homes down, and let's tear all the projects down, and let's turn everything into like, you know, hipster, yuppie, everything. And let's, and in Harlem and in other spots, let's do that and make it like really, really fashionable for hipster kids or white folks. And let's make sure everybody's out anyway. Make sure you can't make any, as a black person, you can't get any rent anyway. Well, here it's just like, they don't even gentrify like that. It's almost like there's a popular area. They done built up the area because nightlife is awesome. And spots that used to be, you know, relatively inexpensive and you can actually function, they put them in a magazine. Like the one spot that my first apartment, and I was living in it when it happened. They put my apartment in a magazine, like Addison, Texas magazine, and it was an up-and-coming apartment for like young single people. And I was a young single person, but at the time, but they had remodeled the apartment and everything was cool. Once they put it in that magazine, I remember coming back like a year or so later, and it's like $200 up now. So I don't know. Like, so yeah, I am officially looking for a job that, because I can't in commission yet, I'm officially looking for a job where I got to make $15 an hour, $13 an hour, or something else. Because $10 an hour is not feasible. Maybe I can start hitting commission in the next couple of checks. But I understand the argument. If there's a protest, if there's ever a protest in the Dallas area, I will be there, because it's ridiculous, man, that like you can't get an efficiency on a job. Like you can work full time, but you can't get an efficiency now, just because. And the cost of living still isn't bad in Dallas. It's just, it went up like $200. And I don't know. Like Saturday was really, really frustrating. I'm one of those people that I don't want to be on public assistance, partially because, not necessarily pride, it takes a year to get on housing assistance. And I'm single and I like working. And it's almost like if you are on public assistance, you have to take a vow of poverty sometimes. The only public assistance that I really, really like is the medical insurance, but that's another story. But anyway, I'm about to go. Pushing Wild Blackout. Later.